Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. This pick a card reading is a general reading, so it should fit any situation you find yourself in. As always, we have our 3 piles here, with group 1 on the left through to group 3 on the right. The timestamps will be in the description box below, along with the cards that I'm using. If you'd like a private reading with me, you can book that in the description box also. That being said, I will leave you with your selection, and I hope you enjoy your reading. Hey group 1, and welcome to your reading. If you've chosen the fluorite donut, then this one is for you. So the fluorite donut is a wonderful stone for self-confidence and decision making. I thought that was pretty cool because one of your oracle cards is the personal power card, I am confident. So this is definitely a time to not be second guessing yourself, to be believing in yourself, and showing up as the true you, showing up with confidence, believing what you're all about. So it's also a wonderful stone for cleansing the body. You might be going through a bit of a detox of energies around you, or food detoxes, all kinds of different detoxes, maybe a liver detox, a cleanse of some kind you might be thinking about doing, or you may be already partway through. It's also a wonderful stone, fluorite, for helping when it comes to challenging relationships and understanding and maintaining relationships as well. So there's a lot of, I think, trying to understand at the moment, or maybe just personal inquiry or something like this for you at the moment, group 1. But let's jump in. What can we see? I've got Virgo here. I can see the Taurus as well. The Gemini is here also. They're the main energies. Aquarius there too, I've got to say. Sure. Okay, so we'll jump straight into the past energy for group 1. And we have the 6 of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the 7 of Pentacles. So this combination, this is looking at patterns of the past with the 6 of Cups, Queen of Wands. You may have someone in the recent past you've been talking to with the Queen of Wands there. She's sort of stopping her friend from burning herself. So there's a few other suggestions in this reading that it has been a good time for reaching out with friends, or talking to someone who's been through what you are going through, or somebody who is just wise that you can lean on. Maybe you are being that person for somebody else, but I do kind of feel a lot of you will be needing to reach out to I was going to say reflect then. Maybe it is about reflection. We have got the 6 of Cups here. This could be about, reflecting on things that have happened in the past. Maybe you're facing a same old cycle, or there's something you want to perhaps shift or change in some way. With the 7 of Pentacles, you could also feel like you're investing in something that's not really giving you what you feel you deserve in return, or you may just feel like something's taking a really long time. You could be doubting a lot of your situation around you at the moment. With the Queen of Wands there, though, it definitely shows this is a time for you to, again, Queen of Confidence, I was going to say, like the Oracle card, I am confident. That is the Queen of Wands energy, and it is a time for you to really stand up for what you believe in and do what's right for you. Do something on your terms. Be there for yourself, not being afraid of whatever you may be afraid of, backlash or something like that. So in the current energy, we have got the 5 of Swords and the King of Swords, and this is another sort of energy of, I guess, figuring things out. I feel here as well, this is about your perceptions when it comes to the 5 of Swords, and this 5 of Swords is an image of competition. So for a lot of you, you may be feeling like you are comparing yourself to other people, or feeling like that's energy that you want to move away from. Perhaps you're not wanting to be comparing yourself. Maybe you're wanting to feel more authentic and just living on your own terms and letting go of things that stress you out, so that you can just enjoy what's around you. I feel like this is a message of presence here as well. Like it's a time for you to disengage in mental heaviness, or something that maybe it feels like it could be inflicted or projected onto you from another person. They could be dealing with some of that energy, but I do think that a lot of you will be just needing to find inner peace and just be good with where you're at, not comparing, or there's something here about not repeating a cycle as well. We have the Page of Wands here in your reading as well. So it definitely, and we'll call up the Hermit also. We're definitely looking at a time of freedom for you. But with these cards all in together, I feel like it's a need for you to step back and have a little bit of freedom, have a little bit of downtime, have a little bit of introspection, and get those answers from inside of yourself. Because much like this card here where she stopped a friend from getting burned here in the past, we're now facing an issue where she's covered in these salamanders, lizards, whatever they may be. I think they're salamanders, and she's been bitten on the finger. So it will perhaps be wise to think about what she needs to do to get out of this situation. Is she going to stay there and continue to let this happen, or is she going to maybe take a bit of a step back and look at this situation from a perspective that is forgiving, but also I feel like forgiving towards self, perhaps, if that's necessary, or understanding of your journey and what you need to learn and what you need to maybe shift your perception, or what you're needing to give you that, I'm not sure what it is. Is it a peace of mind as an answer? I don't know, is it a tricky reading this week? It feels like there's a lot going on for you, and it's going to be like a week full of maybe just interesting bumps and changes or something. I don't know how to call it exactly. But it's also calling for you to just take a lot of downtime. You do have that Hermit there, but then what's next is the Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So you may be just, pulling back a little bit. Maybe, I think as well, when I'm looking at this graph as well, on the King of Swords, there's something about being more realistic about where you're at in regards to, I think, gratitude and accomplishment. Actually, because I don't know if you can see the graph, it's on the upward trend here. She's pointing out there's actually a lot more growth than you're giving yourself credit for here in this situation. And if you are comparing yourself to other people and it's getting you down, then that's definitely needed for you. That you just need to see where you're at and have a bit of a perspective shift to be maybe a little bit more, I don't know, just not so hard on yourself, perhaps. A little bit more acknowledgement for what you have actually learned and how intelligent you actually are. The Hermit is here. You've got the capability to go within and find those answers from inside of yourself. And the Hermit is all about soul searching and introspection, and not getting the external validation for something, but just knowing inside of yourself that you're doing the right thing and you're good with you, that type of thing. There is a need to, again, pull back, have rest. You might be thinking about new beginnings here. We've got a lot of inspiration. We've got possible new financial beginnings, a new job, or a new project you're wanting to start, or it could be new studies. This could be a bunch of things, but we are in the new year too. You may be taking it slow as you get back into things, or you might be just looking at I'm hearing recalibrating. This might be what you're doing, recalibrating to ready to start something new, doing something on your terms. Maybe there's a sense of enjoying what's around you and just taking it easy and not rushing, not pressuring yourself, but also a revisit of something. I feel like you might be having a chat with someone about some patterns that you repeat or that seem to be repeating. In the challenge, we have got the I'm getting as well in your later week, you might just not really want to talk to many people here. And that's fine. If you're feeling that way, you want to rest this weekend, you're just not really wanting to plug in socially, then that is in the cards here for you to just take it easy and enjoy what's around you, enjoy your beautiful home space and the abundance that you already have. So in the challenge, we've got the Magician, the Five of Wands, and the Empress. Starting with the Magician. Magician is somebody who has limitless resource and capability, right? They manifest, they're powerful, and it's in the area of challenge. You may be feeling challenged by a powerful person, somebody who is in a position of power, but you may also be feeling like you're not in a position of power, feeling like you're able to manage or manifest or create a certain outcome or situation. Maybe it's in regards to quarrels and arguments, disagreements with the Five of Wands. Maybe there's some family struggles going on at the moment. We have got the Empress here as well. It could be in relation to a mother or parent or a family, clearly. Children, co-parenting, all of these dramas could be coming up for you in these cards here. But that, well, yeah, I don't know what I want to say. I'm thinking like, what do I need to go into this more? I don't really feel like it. I feel kind of like, I also feel here there is a bit more. Actually, I will mention that June 21st is marked on this calendar, just in case that feels significant for anybody, but probably not too many people. What was I going to say just before that though? Yeah, I feel like some of this is also your like high expectations of what you may want for yourself or where you want to be, and again, there's a need to realize that you already are extremely abundant and capable. So believing in yourself is coming up again. What will help with the challenge? We have the Lovers, the Nine of Cups, and the Three of Pentacles, and this is pretty sweet. This is making a commitment to committing to making your own dreams coming true, and being cooperative and working with other people to achieve that, right? You've got the Nine of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. You've got the Lovers, which is a choice. It can also be a beautiful, soulful relationship, something that you really want to work together. Maybe you're going through relationship counseling or trying to resolve some issues. Like the fluorite is a stone for understanding and maintaining healthy relationships. So that might be something that's coming up. Maybe you're trying to move a relationship out of some certain toxic patterns and into something a little bit more supportive and encouraging of growth. But the Three of Pentacles is someone who's also not afraid to get a little dirty, get a little messy, get their hands dirty to make it work, to make the dream work. And I feel like when I'm looking at all of this, like this is a community around you, or this is a relationship, or this is your family. These are people that are important to you, that are around you, that some of you may be coming butting heads against, but it's helping you grow in some way. But yeah, this is a time for you to be. I think we've got a happy birthday here for someone. I'm going to mention, of course, happy birthday to whoever has got their birthday coming up, connecting to this reading, since that card is here. Maybe wanting to make a special plan for someone's birthday or some sort of occasion. You're wanting to plan or make something happen. Maybe it's a trip, literally the purchase of a home. Like there's so much here about like celebration and milestones and achieving, but working towards things. So there's already so much success. That's what I keep getting in this reading, actually. It's like I feel like you're striving for some type of success, which is brilliant. Why not? That's what we're here for. But I feel like there's not enough acknowledgement on what you've already achieved or something, or what you've already got. So in further guidance, we have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands, the Nine of Wands. Lots of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sag. But of course, so the Queen of Wands too, I should have mentioned earlier. Aries, Leo, Sag. But with this energy here, I'm getting like there's so many things in this. For some of you, this is a relationship message where you are having trouble. I feel like, what is this? This is not for everyone. The inconsistency of the Knight of Wands, the Three of Wands being like waiting, and the Nine of Wands being a little bit like exhausted, tired, and battle weary. It makes me feel like, you might be kind of, for someone, it's like hoping someone will show up or change, or someone will like grow, feeling a little bit doubtful or a little exhausted by a situation or a relationship, but hoping that there will be change or growth, and not being really able to give up, something like that. There's a need for perseverance when we see these cards. I want to get confirmation on that Knight. We have the Four of Cups on the bottom deck energy, so a card of sort of focusing on what isn't working when there's actually a golden opportunity around you. So there is a lot of that here in this reading. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups underneath that, so it's like something is not quite satisfying for some reason, but I feel like there's lack of acknowledgement again of how far you are, or even though it is slow moving, you are moving towards some sort of ultimate outcome, happy ending, marriage perhaps for some sort of commitment that brings you a lot of fulfillment. You may have felt like life has taken you off the course of that. Maybe there's been a separation or some kind of detour, but it's more about like I feel as well actually for someone that has, maybe they've been in a relationship where they felt controlled, or a community or a society or a religion or something that's had them conforming and not living their own life, and it's like time to find your own feet or your own way. That could be for someone. But anyway, okay, we got the Queen of Pentacles on that Knight of, great, yes, that makes sense. And the Four of Cups again. All right, we'll just put that back on the bottom. We're definitely acknowledging that there's a lot here being offered to you, even if you may not be realizing it. So you might be sleeping on something or daydreaming, and not realizing that there's actually some gold right here at your fingertips. And so to confirm the Knight of Wands, we got the Queen of Pentacles. And so this, I feel for a lot of you, when I got this card, this is about some sort of business venture or something you want to create and nurture. Maybe it's taking a long time, maybe there's a lot of variables, but you're asked to stay committed, believe in yourself. I am confident in what you're doing and what you're achieving. If this is in regards to a relationship, is needing, I think there's just needing more practical grounding, honest communication, that sort of thing. Like practical, when I say practical grounding, I think like being able to resolve issues without it going off the handle or something. Like there may be someone who's a little bit fiery or emotional in your world, or it could be yourself. But outside of the relationship message, I do feel like for some of you waiting for like business growth, or to continue on a course of study or something. You might be like creating something or learning something, upskilling in some way, and it's just taking some time. In the outcome, we have the Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords. Well, I see the shift here. You can definitely see from somebody who's perhaps been a bit overthinking or in overdrive. Maybe there's been some aggression here, or even, it's kind of like, I don't know what I want to say. In this reading, feels like I'm connecting to like 3 different collectives or something within the one collective. I don't know why it's like that this week, but it feels like I could read this 3 different ways for all of you in a way. Like there's just, I don't know, I guess there's just maybe, I don't know, the word variables. There's so many variables. So what am I talking about? The Knight of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Six of Swords in the outcome. This is definitely a time to revise and review repeated patterns and behaviours and old karmic cycles here, and breaking free and letting yourself be free of those. Maybe not even trying to figure certain things out, or like what I mean is going into analysis paralysis, and rather dropping into your heart, dropping into your body, your life, and where you stand now. Six of Swords is the ultimate outcome card here. It's the last one, which is somebody moving from a desolate wasteland into something magical and beautiful. And that's a card of mental ease, feeling like things are getting better, feeling a sense of renewal, a sense of hope, optimism, and leaving the past behind, actually letting the past go, not repeating old cycles. So there's definitely a message of learning from the past and letting the way be eased. In your oracles, you have the Crone of Winter. We'll go to the little meaning area. So this is about the wisdom of your experience and your older self, the wise witch within. What a loving grandmother would advise you. That would be really nice. And that's here in the Queen of Wands. Maybe it's a good time to reach out to a friend. This is in the past, maybe you already have. Maybe it's come through a reading. Maybe there's some wise words that have really hit deep inside of you, and you've been contemplating how that fits for you and what you should do about that's expanded awareness. A time to be still and sure. Well, we see that in your reading really clearly. It is take a bubble bath if you need to. Read a book, listen to a podcast, or just don't take anything in perhaps, and just do something with your hands. Maybe do a couple of rituals. We've got that here with the Knight of Wands. There's actually a bit of candle work and rituals in your cards. So maybe lighting candles, doing a bit of fire magic, or whatever calls to you. Contentment, even when others seem ill at ease. So just being good with yourself regardless of what's going on. And drawing allies to you with your stillness. And that comes from being confident, I feel, just shining a true light. So You also have the card Prosperity and Abundance, which I'll also go to a little look. And I want to go to action for this one. It's easy to look at life from a position of lack. There are always things we want or even need that we don't have. But for most of us, the reality is that we are still better off than many others. Take a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle. On one side, write down the things that you don't have that you wish you did. Maybe that's a new car or a better job, a nicer place to live, or even a new book by a favorite author. On another side, write down the things you have: the roof over your head, the food on your table, the people who love you. No matter how large or small, write down the good things in your life. Clear your throat. Look at both sides of the list. Does one greatly outnumber the other? Now take a look at your want side on the list and draw a line through anything you don't really need. It's okay to want things, but it's good to be aware that there is a difference between want and need. Now look at your list again. I bet that it will surprise you. Divination I'll read as well. This card suggests that you count your blessings. The universe is telling you that you have whatever you need and probably much more of what you want. If you're asking about a project or a goal of some kind, the answer is most certainly yes. It will be a success. But mostly it is a symbol of what you already have and a reminder to appreciate it. So maybe it's time to just stop and smell the roses, which is this beautiful card here as well, the card Pleasure. It's about enjoying your senses, taking a bit of extra time to smell the aroma of your cup of tea before you take a sip, that type of thing. It's playing a little longer with the kids before you finish, get on with some chore or dinner or whatever you need to do. It's all of those things. So pleasure. Savor your life, each and every part of it. Take pleasure in slowing down and experiencing each of your senses. A beautiful bath would be really nice to support that. Taste your food with full gusto. Inhale the scents of the world around you. Enjoy the colors and textures of your life. This is truly a stop and smell the roses card. Embrace your sensuality. Move in a languid way. Let pleasure be your password into every intimate part of your life. Allow your life to be less about being productive and more about enjoying each moment with verve. And a radiant energy will flow through you in all directions of your life. It really is like a raise your vibration card without intending to do so. It's just that's how you will. I got a card from the Seed and Sickle deck. I was drawn to the Dawn book for group 1. So we'll go to Dawn. What is it? There we go. I was one page away. The wisdom of the same situation. The wisdom of the past is all around us, and there's plenty that we can learn from it. Hawthorn helps us to reconnect with these stories, carrying a link to the spirits of the past in the scent of its blossoms and helping us speak with them. What's stopping you from moving forward? Consult your past. Think about when you or a member of your community may have encountered something similar before. Again, reaching out to people who may have been where you have, or somebody who's going to understand, or again, reflecting on what you've already been through and learning those lessons. We've got Show the World the True You, which is very fitting with our card of I Am Confident. This is the new moon, full moon in Aquarius. So it might definitely be time for you to step into your fullness and not be afraid of shining. And then a sweet little suggestion for quality time is to do a little bit of a tidy up. The number is 44, so that could be talking about, a solid foundation underneath yourself, being structured and organized. It helps us build success that is stable and doesn't crumble later. So thinking of the future, booking appointments, clearing out your work desk, study area, something like whatever you've got that's full of clutter. It's time to remove that and get ready for new energy, giving yourself space to breathe, releasing the past, but also, allowing that workbench needs to be clear for there to be new creations to come to life. So there's definitely a good time for a cleanse, and that comes back to the fluoride as well, actually, because this is all about doing a cleanse of some kind as well. So that is your reading for group 1. I hope that it has resonated. It's been an interesting one. I'd love to know what's going on with you guys, because it looks like maybe it's very personal and complex for a lot of you with family and relationships and whatnot, but interesting. So if you'd like a private reading, I think there's some spots for January left. Otherwise, I'll be opening February soon. And I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. If you have chosen the little turquoise moon, then this will be your reading. It's a lovely little moon. And it's sort of growing to a full moon, so maybe it's time to continue working on something, or maybe it's time to grow into fullness, or see something through, or not give up, that type of thing. That could be the message for you, just the way that Jackson placed it on the altar. So it's a beautiful little stone turquoise, really helpful when it comes to depression, anxiety, panic attacks even, and just sort of stabilizing emotions and understanding yourself perhaps a little bit more as well. Yeah, it's a sweet little stone. So might be a bit of problem solving going on for you at the moment, perhaps just trying to work things out. So some of the energy I can see in your reading, we've got Leo here and Capricorn. I can see Aquarius as well. Who's that? Cancer is there. Aries as well. Hey, Aries. Oh, we got Libra and Scorpio up there. Libra's here as well. And Gemini too. So yeah, some pretty strong energies about today. But it could be someone you're dealing with, could be an area of your chart activated, could be yourself. See how it fits in. So in the past energy for Group 1, 2. Maybe you're drawn to Group 1. For Group 2, we've got the Strength, the 3 of Pentacles. We have the Devil and the Daughter of Cups, Page of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is really trying to work hard, I think, with somebody. Maybe a group of people, could be with your work. A lot of you will be your most intimate relationship perhaps, or other. Family, who knows, it could be an ex. But you are, at this time, it feels like trying to find understanding and forgiveness and work through some things that are not really working for you in a relationship, or it could be within yourself as well, of course. The Devil is toxic patterns and behavior, it's addictions, it's all of those things we fairly well know. And with the Page of Cups, it's actually, with this Page of Cups, it is a pussycat who's like wanting to knock the glass off the edge here. So you may this is past energy, you may have been dealing with somebody who is mischievous or seems to just provoke problems or cause some sort of trouble. Maybe it's their own self-sabotaging patterns, who knows what it is. But with the Page of Cups there, I just kind of get that, like, you might feel like you're working with somebody who's really, really clever or manipulative, or just there's something about them that's sort of evasive or elusive, or like maybe they have a very complex understanding of the world, and it's like maybe a little bit hard for you to fully understand them or even predict their behavior or something like that. That's maybe not for everyone, but there's definitely someone dealing with some of that vibe right there. Now, like I said, take it or leave it, take the messages that fit. But with the 3 of Pentacles, we've got 2 pussycats here and 3 pussycats there. Yeah, so I do feel like this is a time for you to be sort of, when it comes to relationships, yeah, you've probably been having some big conversations and maybe trying to find figures. Maybe somebody has offered an apology for their behavior. That could definitely be the case here as well. Moving away from relationships now, we're looking at your distractions in life a little bit here as well. So you might have been sort of reorganizing your routine or acknowledging the behaviors and things you're doing that aren't really working for you. Maybe it's smoking, maybe it's overeating, maybe it's not getting your responsibilities done, like avoiding responsibility or something like that. That could be what's going on here. And it's like time for you to not get serious, like have fun with your shift in routine and focus, but there is a new sort of, I think, doing what's required to make things work, whether that's in your workplace, like to move out of things that aren't working and into ways of life that are. I don't know what I'm trying to say exactly. I hope it makes sense. I'm sure it does. Yeah. I feel like there's like a lot of things you could be doing in the home, or like there's just I don't know, when I'm looking at this, I feel like there's a lot of stuff to get done, and a lot of it you enjoy doing. I genuinely feel that when I'm looking at this. I feel like you enjoy a lot of the things that are there for you to do in life when you're engaged in them. For some of you, it's exercise, and maybe it's like, just an example, like sometimes when you've stopped exercising for a bit, it's hard to get started again. But once you get started, you're like, oh, how could I live without this? It makes my brain feel great. It makes me feel good. It's what I need. But it's a matter of getting back into it, or something like that, some momentum rolling for yourself. And yeah, definitely looking at some relationship stuff in that too. So in the current energy moving into the week ahead, we've got the Star, the Daughter of Wands. It's pretty nice energy here. It's like when you see the Daughter of Cups after that, before that as well, you're seeing compassion, you're seeing conversations where you're speaking to someone at the heart, and being able to maybe clear the air, or just have some sort of soft healing time or conversation with somebody. And that brings this sense of renewal or optimism, with the Star being there and the Daughter of Wands. And I feel like this is a time for you to, there's a lot here about just lightening the load, but at the same time there's a work to be done. It's a kind of weird mixed message, and you'll know how it fits in your world. I'm not so sure. I just want to mention the time on the clock here is 8 o'clock. That might be, oh my goodness. Oh no, it wasn't. I just thought I saw the number was 8:08 on my thing, but it's a 6. It was 6:08 on the time recording. Anyway, 8 o'clock, that may be significant for whatever reason. 8 o'clock might be a time that you want to like dedicate to doing a certain thing. Like at 8 o'clock, I'm going to shut down and turn the screens off at night, or 8 o'clock, I'm going to, make sure I'm up and I've had my breakfast and whatever. I don't know. There's something about 8 o'clock for someone there. So maybe it's the time you're watching right now. Maybe good too. Daughter of Wands, what do I want to say about this? This is a time for you to be divinely inspired and moving towards those inspirations, not with great gusto or anything, but just like, just this sense of being connected to what you're doing and exploring and learning, like just open-minded. It's a time to be open-minded. It's a time to be a little bit carefree. I don't know. I'm not sure about, a little bit carefree. A little bit going and talking to friends that you want to talk to and doing the things that you want to do. You may be what do I want to say? You might be working out some really difficult relationship stuff with someone here. This could be, we've got the Mother of Swords. You could be dealing with your mother and having some trouble there, or your mother-in-law maybe. It could be numerous things. This mother and daughter is here though, so there could be something coming up in that area. Maybe you are a mother and it is to do with your daughter. This week might be, definitely seeing a lot of highlight around the area of family and children and stuff like that. I feel like there's something I'm not quite getting out of this Daughter of Wands though. The Two of Wands is the bottom deck energy for your reading, so it shows that it's time for you to be making some sort of decision and moving along into a different direction, not hesitating. Four of Cups is underneath that, the Four of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Five of Wands. So yeah, wow, okay. All right, so it looks like Spirit has definitely been pushing you to take your own path in life. Maybe that's moving away from a commitment, or some sort of or even just some stuffy belief system, or something that just doesn't work for you, and that may cause trouble and problems in your life or in your relationships here. There's definitely been some conflict, arguments, but then we have the Six of Swords here, the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups. So it's like you've retreated from a situation, you've gained a bit of peace maybe, and that person could be coming back to talk about things or clear the air with you. You could be just trying to work out the logistics of a separation. There's so much that could be. Four of Cups, Four of Swords, Two of Wands. It's like something about your immediate situation, it doesn't bring you the joy you want to find in life, or something. Like you're striving towards some different sort of picture of joy, and you're needing that time to, I guess, get ready for the change maybe, or you're already probably in the middle of the change really. looking at these cards and that Two of Wands, like you're still in the process of changing the road you're on, crossroads energy, right? So where was I? The Queen of Swords. What was I? Oh, that's right. I wanted confirmation on the Daughter of Wands, if we could, please. The Mother of Wands. Mother, Daughter of Wands. Okay, we're highly likely looking at some family stuff there, considering we've chosen this deck. We've got the Seven of Swords underneath that as well, the Two of Cups, Ten of Wands. This looks like a really heavy relationship. This is somebody who just carries a lot of negativity or something. This could be you holding on to negativity. It could be somebody else. It's just like they seem to just make things harder for some reason. But there's a part, I feel like there's a part of them that is like a companion or something. Like there's something here that's like you do see the good in them or in this situation or in yourself, or but the Seven of Swords is here, and you've likely dealt with, you know, the short end of the stick. Maybe somebody has been dishonest and betrayed you. You could be sort of, I think, what do I want to say? Eight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I think you've given enough to a situation, and I feel like here you kind of want to just take maybe a bit of a step back and take a bit of time out for yourself here, and do things on your own terms, and have your own boundaries, and lead your own way with your own light. I feel like I'm getting like a bit of trailblazer energy when I'm connecting to this. So it's like you don't need to I don't know, like ask for permission or forgiveness about living life on your terms or making some sort of choice that's right for you. Further into the week ahead, we have got the Fool, the Six of Cups, the Chariot, and Son of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. And this is, I guess, going along with that for a Two of Wands energy in your underlying card there, because we've got the Fool now, which is uncharted territory. It's taken a risk, or it's doing something different for yourself that you maybe haven't done before. It's a fresh beginning. It's something that you are not experienced in, or it's something you want to inquire or explore or develop. Six of Cups, Chariot, Son of Pentacles. This is something from the past that you're yet to finish, perhaps. Maybe you're studying and you're needing to really forge ahead and be very focused. Son of Pentacles is somebody who is not overwhelmed by the task at hand, but just focusing on one step at a time, and they're just present with the step that they're at. They're not looking at step 7 or 10 or whatever. They're just here at step 1 or perhaps step 3, and that's all they can do, and that's all they will focus on. And there's very dependable energy. So I think you're needing to just sort of putt along, I guess, if that makes sense. Like get on with something, see something through to the end here. You will likely be revisiting an old relationship or a conversation with someone this week, or like maybe talking about family or working out some of your own childhood stuff. You may be doing new things with your children as well, like looking to go out. I know at the time of this recording, it's like the last week of the holidays where I am for the school. So, you know, it might be just going on a bit of a day trip, enjoying the last of the holidays, getting out and about with your kids. That's a very clear message for some. Like it's a nice week to go and do things a little differently. Like I'm getting a similar message that group 1 had about just like taking time and stopping to smell the roses, and just like, because I can see you've been trying to work something out with someone here, or like or maybe multiple people, like a situation it's not easy to navigate. Like it's tricky and there's complexity here, but just there's a whole other part of your life that's waiting to flourish as well, I'm getting. So in the challenge, we have Judgment, the Five of Cups, and the Seven of Wands. So, and I'm not sure. I feel like, yeah, this would make sense for the turquoise crystal as well, with the Five of Cups being here. It's like, it is a stone that helps with depression, and Five of Cups is an immense amount of sadness and grief. And that might be the challenge here, is that there's a situation that causes you a lot of challenge and a lot of grief. It may really provoke some heavy emotions in you when you just want to get about your day and enjoy things, and it might just sort of put a dampener on things. There's something that's sort of like that. Did I see a 10 of Wands? I keep feeling 10 of Wands. It might have been in some extra cards I grabbed before. I don't know, I really keep feeling 10 of Wands. I think it was, yeah, it is, it's there. And I'm getting that again now. Like there's some 10 of Wands energy, which is somebody who just carries the weight of the world on their shoulders. They're carrying other people's stuff. They're carrying unnecessary perceptions that make life harder. They're just, it's just really heavy energy. And that could be within yourself, but I kind of also feel like it might be someone else you deal with. And it's time, oh, well, that was what will help with the challenge, but just, yeah, maybe dealing with your own heavy emotions at time could be hard, or somebody else's. And knowing that the choices you're making to create change right now may come up against some sort of adversity. Somebody in your world may be against some ideas or goals or dreams you have. That could be the case of what you're dealing with in the challenge there as well, but you're just asked to stay true to what you know you should be doing, stay your own path, that type of thing. What will help with the challenge? 5 of Swords, the Emperor and the Daughter of Pentacles. So 5 of Swords, I feel like with the Emperor being here as well with the 5 of Swords, and this pussycat sort of looking up at the Emperor, like, I don't know, I kind of get like, I feel like an impossible energy almost with this. So like as in somebody you deal with is impossible, or it feels impossible. Something feels impossible. Somebody I think is wanting more stability with you, or to like, they could be a father. This could be the father of your child, or this could be your father with the Emperor being here. The daughter is here. There's a lot of, because of this deck, it's mother, daughter, son, all that stuff. I don't actually have the father, any father cards on the table. It's all, but the Emperor is here, which is the father. I feel like this person, there's somebody who's trying to grow and change in your world, and you're not so certain, I think, about like how these changes fit for your life, or these. It's an interesting reading. So like I feel like I'm keep getting chopped and changed all over. I'm trying to say one thing and it's like something else, and I don't know if that's something you're dealing with in this. Maybe somebody like bombards your head or confuses you, or there's just like a lot of variables. Was I talking about variables in group 1 or 2? Not sure. But the Daughter of Pentacles here, it's time for you to just create new opportunities for yourself that like releasing yourself from some sort of control and being your own authority, and just continuing to build on what you've already got here, because I do see like you maybe, I don't know, there's something that like, this is really like, I almost feel like delete and start again, but I'm not going to. Someone, you might get some bits out of it that work for you, but maybe not all of it, because this reading is like choppy. But I'm kind of like, feel there's something about this character that makes, I don't know, it's like, it makes you maybe feel, maybe you got mixed emotions about a person or a situation. You're not sure how to deal with it or where it belongs in your world. I'll just get like a couple of extra cards and see if something helps me out there, and otherwise I'll just move on. Feel that one, the Moon. There, that'll tell you. The Moon, okay. I have the 2 of Cups here in the Tower, so yeah, all right, this makes sense. Like, there's definitely some, you know, like a relationship that's not stable here, that maybe wants to create stability. Maybe they want to work with you. Maybe I can see the Devil and the Daughter of Cups, so maybe someone's come back from the past asking for another opportunity, and you're not certain if they've got what it takes, or you're not certain if this relationship has what it takes to grow and be solid and hold you. Magician is there, 8 of Pentacles is there, 7 of Swords. It's going to take a lot of work if you choose to work with this person, and I think it's a personal choice. This could be family that is toxic, you wanted to stay away from, you're not sure where they fit in your life. You know, we've got Aries energy here and Cancer energy here with the moon. Some people call that Pisces energy. I personally call it Cancer with the moon. But yeah, and the Cancer is, yeah, often home, family, children, parenting. It can be a lot of that stuff. What else? I feel like you need to just, like, in this, I don't think, with the Five of Swords, nobody really won in a situation. It feels like there's like this sense of loss, and it's like it can be a winning at all costs card, but I don't really get that message so much. I feel like it's more that, like, there's just been a lot of loss in the situation, or like maybe there's a bit of damage done, and it's hard to sort of work out where to go from there with that. I don't know, it seems to go right into relationship stuff, or is there anything else? The Empress, the Emperor and the Empress. We are looking at a relationship. The Six of Wands, the Tower fell again. This person definitely wants to, I think, try to make things work with you, but it might be just time to just build your own stability and get on with what you're doing with your own projects, I think. So moving on into what will help, further guidance. Daughter of Swords, Nine of Wands, the Lovers, the Nine of Swords. Well, the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords around the Lovers shows that there is a bit of like exhaustion and anxiety and stress around potential relationship with the Lovers, or a decision that you need to make. Okay, Daughter of Swords is the first card, saying that while you may feel this way, it is important that you take your time to do your research, to uncover all of the information you need to make a good, healthy, clear judgment call. Have the conversations that are needed, clear the air, investigate, that type of thing. If there's a problem, like the pussycat's going to get that mouse in the hole there. So do what's required to, I think, remove the things that don't work from your situation, like figure out what's not working for you and what is working for you. This is like a real inquiry card. It's and so with this, and when I look at this combination, I see like a relationship that is quite strained, but really wants to try and make it work. Even if that relationship is very unconventional, it may not be your typical type of relationship. It could be very different, but it might be really difficult to try and make it work for some of you. I think it's going to be different for everyone. Some of you, like, this is a very difficult person that you need to just learn how to manage a separation or something to do with coexisting or whatever. But others of you, this is a relationship that's gone through its trials, but you still really love each other and want to understand each other and work through things. But there's a lot of like fears and projections of those fears that cause damage in the relationship. So I think there needs to be a lot of work done on an individual level. If for those that resonate with that one, for things to actually work, it needs to be an independent journey for you both before you can make that work, I think. So in the outcome area, what else do I want to say about other things that are not relationship, of course? And like we've actually got the card here, learn, for your quality time card. So how to spend your quality time this week would be learning new things. And the Daughter of Swords is here, which is learning. So if you are in some sort of study, then dedicate your time to learning about that. If you're developing some skill, then show up for it and get the information required, do what is required to create success for yourself in this situation, and stop worrying that you don't actually have what it takes, or that it's going to be too hard. You can commit to it. This is right for you. It was meant for you. That's for those that are on this is more about less a relationship, more about yourself and what you're trying to achieve. In the outcome now, we have the Nine of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and the Mother of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of lack and not feeling good enough, not having enough, being abandoned, left in the cold, no resources, feeling unwell, feeling incapable. But on either side, we have the Nine of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like when I look at this, there's a need for some sort of detox in your life, and it will bring you the happiness and stability and prosperity that you deserve and want and need. I think that's it in a nutshell for this one, really, because I feel like this Five of Pentacles is necessary. So if there is a detox happening in your life, or something that needs to, like, you need some time out on your own, or leave someone in the cold, let them pick up their own pieces or work their own stuff out, that might be a necessary evil. Or this is also a message of turning around times of poverty and lack and believing in yourself. And yeah, you've got a wish fulfillment here in the outcome. And while not everything is shining and working out like perfectly, I think that's necessary that it is. If things that aren't working, it's necessary that they fall apart or fall away. It is important for that to happen. And there's a need to shift the perception you're having on your freedom and your responsibilities, and perhaps the way you're viewing the way things are unfolding. They're actually unfolding for you. And I think you can see that, but if you're having trouble seeing that, then try to shift that perception into that, try to shift into that perception that whatever is unfolding is in your best interest right now. So in the Oracle cards, we have in the Solitary Witch, the Releasement. And I'll go to the little snippet. This is about dedication, energy, independence, intelligence, practicality, study, qualifications, self-improvement, higher standards, making peace, justice, airing grievances, and being sure of where one stands with others. I think that kind of sums up in keywords everything I was trying to get out of this reading, but there's just so many layers. I don't know, I want to read this. As the darkness grows and lengthens, there will be changes, even separations. You too, dear witch, are being asked to be more responsible, serious, earnest, and honest with yourself. Whether it is the autumnal equinox or any other time when this card comes, we are asked to become more independent and to think for ourselves and be of help to those who are vulnerable. These are days of complexity. This is a situation of complexity. And this is a time of balance before the dark consumes the light. Once again, there is serious consideration here, and so contemplate what it is that needs to be released, to be taken by the wind, and for you to no longer attempt to have control over. The turning of the wheel of life has come, and it cannot be halted. We can only turn to. So dedicate yourself, focus on what you're moving towards. This is the Chariot and the Son of Pentacles at the end of your reading as well, the end of your week. It's having the confidence to commit to a path and be so devoted and dedicated. The Son of Pentacles is not the king yet, but he's not in a great hurry to get there either. He is absolutely my favorite court card in the tarot. Where am I now? We're at the Everyday Witch Oracle Affirmation for Growth. It's exactly what this time is all about for you. And I don't know what I want to read. Magic, action, or divination. We'll go to divination. This card is telling you it's time to stop standing still. There is a project you've been working on. You might want to give it more energy and attention. Or take a look at your life and see if it's moving forward in the way you would like. If not, what can you do to change that? Are your relationships growing or blooming? How can you mature them so they do? This card reminds you that all growth must be nurtured and encouraged. I'm going to go to action. Take an action that will help some aspect of your life to grow in a positive way, or reach out and help someone else grow, like a child who needs guidance or a friend who could use a helping hand. I feel like this is more you needing it. But anyway, do something to nurture the earth, like tending a garden, whether it's outside or on a windowsill. I feel like there's a bit more, but anyway, it doesn't say more. Yeah. All right, we also have the card Love, Kindness, Benevolence, Sharing and Receiving, and this is like Labrador energy, right? So I think this is also, I kind of get this, like this is for a lot of people connecting. I think this might be a natural part of your being, a way you are very, benevolent and kind and happy and excited and encouraging, the energy of Labrador, I guess, a true friend. But as I was picking up on your reading, I feel like there might be some situations that kind of dampens that for you. It takes the shine off your beautiful self. And so I think it's like a card of also reminding you of what your essence is, and to come back to that. We have the card Ivy, and I was drawn to the dusk messages. Is dawn and dusk for this book. So Ivy, You are almost there, just a little further. Like the tenacious ivy vine, there is no height you can't reach in your journey to find the sun. The climb might seem impossible at times. That impossible was a big word for that Aries energy there with the Emperor. The climb might seem impossible at times, and occasionally you'll feel as though you're making no progress at all as the walls and buildings block your path. But slow growth is still growth, and your achievements will all be the sweeter for how difficult the climb has been. Don't give up. It's a really, really good message there with Ivy. Have the card stillness. I know the one card is telling you to get moving on something, and while that is true, there's other parts of you that need stillness. It needs time for reflection. It needs a bit of quiet time. But let's see what it says in the book. Love the write-ups. Take a step back from a project, situation, or relationship, even if it's just for a few moments. Mend bridges. Slow down. Breathe. Be still. Go within. Listen to your inner voice. Take time to connect with your spirit guides, ancestors, and spiritual guardians. Listen to your higher self. Timing is everything, and this is not a good time to start a new cycle. Wait and incubate. Fix things that need fixing. Heal things that need healing. Think things through. Forgive yourself and others. If things seem barren or even bleak, hold on. Just as the migrating birds find new life in the tundra marshes in the summer, you too will expand once again during this coming thaw in your own life. They kind of all these, although they're like, I don't want to call them conflicting messages because they do all fit in somehow, and I can tell. But they are. You'll have to judge where this stillness is needed in your life and where the effort is needed to finish and see something through. Release negativity, full moon in Scorpio. We also have the full moon in Libra with a win-win outcome is forecast. So with this one in particular, those that are working something out, finding resolution, forgiveness, then you can see here the more you release the past and negativity, negative experiences, and sort of be open to there being win-win. They're open to compromise, open to understanding, open to compassion, all of those things. Then you, as it says, there will be a win-win outcome forecast here. So there's a need to release negativity and be open to the possibility of healing, forgiveness, and miracles. You also have two other card decks. One was Learn. You saw that before. It's a good, this is your quality time card. So the way to spend your quality time this week is by learning and enjoying some tea. Herbal tea would be nice. Tea with a friend maybe. And then you have some personal power cards. Two came out. One is I am celebrated, and the other is I speak highly of myself. So I feel like this is also realizing your worth in amongst all of this, because you may underestimate that a little bit, maybe, potentially. Be kind to yourself and realize that you are a brilliant success just as you are in this moment, even if everything's not as perfect as you'd love it to be. I am celebrated. Celebrate your own wins. Celebrate how far you've come. Celebrate where you stand right now. Celebrate who it is you are intrinsically, just who you are. Celebrate that without having to need to achieve something or, be some great thing. Just celebrate who you are, just at the heart space. Your compassion, your kindness, the brilliant mind that you have, the way you can meet people and meet them in a special place, have this understanding. There's so many things about yourself that are worth being celebrated by you. And they're therefore by others as well, of course. So I just feel like grabbing another card, Eight of Swords. We've got a bit trapped in the mind. So this is mental stress, and this is something that's a self-imposed mental stress. So it's not always a reflection of reality, but rather the negativity that needs to be released. Yeah. All right, group. What was that? Six of Wands. Four of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Yeah, you're needing to sort of build a bit of solid foundation underneath yourself, or some sort of routine from here. So like practical work is like the other card said, practicality, focus, dedication, all those things. Upskilling, self-development, all of that is important right now. And that's probably why you end with the Queen of Pentacles in your outcome. Like you really do turn something around into success for yourself, even if that comes from your harder experiences. You manage to turn the dirt into gold. So Group 2, that is what I have for you in this reading. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity and guidance, not too much confusion. It was an interesting one. Kind of felt similar with Group 1 where it was like, oh, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't remember now. I think it was a little bit like, ugh, interesting, like a lot of detail. But yeah, if you like a private reading, you can book that in the description box below. There'll be some spots for January, I believe. If not, February will be open soon. And I look forward to reading for you all again next week. Bye, Group 2. Hey Group 3, and welcome to your reading if you have chosen the banana crystal or the yellow fluorite, then this one is for you. But how much is that a banana, right? It was very cool. Jackson selected this from a shop up at the sunny coast in Caloundra. And yeah, it was like really, we were both very excited when we found this banana crystal. But anyway, banana crystal or yellow fluorite is a beautiful stone of stabilizing emotions and using the power of your mind to be discerning in your life and when making your choices. It's also a good stone of health and looking at moderations of the diet. I think there's a lot to do with detox. I think I actually said that in Group 1, but I had a different fluorite for Group 1. It wasn't yellow fluorite, but there was still a detox message, and it's the same one here. There's any problems associated with maybe high cholesterol or reducing saturated fats, or just like modifying your diet in a way that is supportive for your bodily everyday functions. So let's jump into your reading. We can see here I've got Virgo and Cancer here, Capricorn and Leo as well is here. That's actually all of them. Or no, what's up there? No, that's North Node. Yeah, so those are the signs. Take it or leave it. Could be your energy, someone you're dealing with. It doesn't matter too much. Let's jump into the past. We've got the Five of Pentacles opening up your reading. Five of Pentacles is a card of lack. We've got, it says material trouble on the bottom of the card. This is a card of finding yourself in some financial strains, and this is in the past energy. This can also be a bout of sickness or feeling unwell, not having energy, not having the resources required to, get your life done, get it going. But we've got the Four of Wands here as well as the Six of Cups. Is that this? Yeah, Six of Cups with pleasure, and also the Nine of Swords. So when I see the Nine of Swords, Five of Pentacles capping these energies, it makes me feel like something really changed in your family or home life in the past. This can be distant past, it can be recent past, just past energy. And so you may have had to leave your family home. Maybe maybe there was a separation or something, that things have not been working out, so you've had to move away from your home, or maybe somebody else left the home, family or partner or someone. Maybe even a child has left the home, and that's like a daunting moment. Maybe they've left for their own reasons. Maybe they're just grown and it's time to go. Like, I just can try to read the possibilities here for many of you, and it just does look like there's been some sort of trouble or lack or stress in the area of home and family recently. So things have not been going so well, and it may have been causing just a great deal of stress and illness. There could have been a real dramatic shift. It says perfect work here and pleasure. There could have been a shift in your workplace. You could have lost your job and may not been able to afford certain things. So the bills and such may be causing a great deal of stress. There's a lot of stress here around being able to afford the home, or afford a lifestyle, or afford children, there's a stress around affordability, or even if it's not so much the affordability, it could just be like the structure or the success of something, how something is growing, the way in which it prospers. There could be to do with family connection, not feeling connected to your family. You could feel like you're sort of, for someone here, might feel like you're losing a family member through addiction or something, or they might be like spending all their time on devices, so you don't get to actually engage in life with them anymore, or something like this is like missing or lacking or not working out. So as we move into the week ahead and current energy, we have that Nine of Swords. So first of all, this is past but current-ish. Nine of Swords is extremely mentally burnt out. It's having nightmares. It's being really, really stressed out. And you've even got this card here I'll hold up because it's kind of similar energy. Emotions, feeling, expression, mood and balance from the Chakra Insight deck of emotions. So you could be feeling extreme, what's the word for it? Extreme swings of emotion. Or you could be dealing with somebody else who has extreme emotion swings. But just, yeah, ultimately feeling very stressed out. And the next card, though, is the Six of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, the Six of Swords. Something's happened here where you have maybe decided to take care of yourself, meet your own needs, or make some sort of shift or change. There's something here immediately that is lessening your stress. You're letting it go. Maybe it's something you've been trying to work towards, this releasing the stress, letting yourself. You've even got the card release here in your reading, and I want to just actually go straight to it. You've got another card of release. You've got a few cards of release, but that one's jumping out, so I'm going to go to the book straight away for you this time. When you receive this card, it's time to let go and surrender. Let go of situations, people, and objects that do not serve you. Let go of old, outmoded, self-limiting beliefs that drag you down. This is a time of stripping away superficial distractions until you reach who you are at your core. If you are holding on to the old, it is difficult for anything new to come into your life. Begin to clear your home, living environments of clutter. If you do not love it or use it, it's probably clutter. Clear it out of your space. It's time for a detox. To get ready for the new, you must release the old. So you do need some space in your life to be able to move on into another shore. You need to release the stress and the worries. So yeah, maybe somebody did go through a separation, and you might be missing that sort of part of you might be telling yourself you're missing the dynamics or something, or you might be missing a certain aspect to what they brought to the table or what the situation gave to you. But if you ultimately looked at the bigger picture, while there might have been some really good factors in amongst it all, it might have been a net negative for you. It might have been not very healthy. But either way, we still grieve for these things, and it's natural to feel a sense of loss or to miss something that wasn't good for you or that wasn't right for you. It's totally natural to feel that way if you are feeling that way. So Six of Swords, you find yourself, it says earned success, and that's what you're doing. You want success in your life, and it's going to take some shifts and adjustments to get there. As we progress into the week ahead, we've got the Hermit and the Eight of Cups, even more withdrawal, internal energy. This might be a week for you where you just need to listen to your own needs, tuning into yourself and out from everything external. The Hermit is somebody who is unplugged from the external world and not really receiving information to come in, but rather finding what's inside already. Because you do already have all of the answers inside of you. Your experiences have culminated to this point, I want to say. And the way the moon was sitting, I'm just like trying to remember how did he, because the way Jackson put the crystals out was how they needed to stay, especially because the moons were pointing in different directions, and group 2's was this way, so yours was the other way. Was it? Yeah. So for your, yeah, that way. How you should be seeing it, not me. And so the way I was seeing the moon sitting like that, it's to say that something has already come to completion here, and it's like time to release. So, well, as the rest of it says, as we see the moon, I'm seeing that as a message of something already happened, and now it's time to sort of move through that process. But anyway, Eight of Cups is here, which is abandoned success, and that, again, that feeling, that might be why the Nine of Swords is there. That might be why these really good, like good feeling cards are in the center of this Five of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. Maybe it was just something that I'm hearing too good to be true for someone. There might have just, there's something about it I'm just getting that it's a bit of a shame. because it might have once brought you a lot of joy, but just couldn't seem to make it work, or there's too much stress around it making it work, or something like this. So abandoned success, you've had to withdraw and pull back your energy, and you're doing more of that this week. All of this is release energy and just getting back in touch with yourself and finding your own answers and guidance, reaching out to your spirit guides, to the Divine Mother, to whoever it is that you call on when you need that comforting chat in the spirit realm, or a friend, of course. So further into the week, we do have the Five of Wands next, which is the card Strife. Coming after the Eight of Cups, it could be that you're releasing a lot of that tension, strife and removing yourself away from conflict, but for many of you, there may still be some form of conflict to come up from this situation that helps you move forward, though. For some of you, there's yet to be some sort of conflict to come up again. You'll kind of feel it coming if that's you, but for many of you, it's you moving away from conflicted feelings, thoughts, and just situations or people, and doing what's right for you, moving forward with confidence. You've got, with the Chariot, you've got the card that sits above the Chariot is the card of will, and it says expression, assertiveness, self-control, and direction. And I think that's a brilliant card to have in alignment with the Chariot, because the Chariot is all about direction and confidence and moving forward based on the experiences and knowledge that you already have, and knowing that you are going to come up against other challenges for sure, but you are confident because you've already come through so much, so you know you'll have what it takes. But the little tortoise on the Will card shows that, yeah, things are going to move forward probably a little bit slowly for you. And if you've been following Group 3 for a while, if you're a Group 3 devotee, I know that most of last year was a very slow year for you. For those that are consistent 3s anyway. If you jump in between piles, it's a whole other thing, but that's cool. Or maybe you were a consistent 3 for a while or something, but I know it's been tortoise energy for some time. I know there's been big shifts and changes as we've seen it, because I kind of keep monitoring like over a long period of time in a way, just lightly. I don't intend to, it just happens. But yeah, I know Group 3 have been through it and like slowly dragged through it almost, or perhaps fully. But yeah. You're on your way. So further into the week ahead, we have got the Three of Swords, which is sorrow, and then we have the Princess of Pentacles. So it's like the Chariot before that, remind you, we're looking at you moving through extreme heartache and betrayal and finding the silver lining at the end of it all, finding a new opportunity for yourself, because there is an opportunity beyond all of this heartbreak, beyond all of this change. There is, and you are the one who's in the driver's seat. That's the thing about this situation. You are in the driver's seat. You get to decide where your new beginning is and what it consists of and who's around you. It's all up to you, what you want to let in. But I do feel there is a need to doing a bit of internal healing work, a bit of trauma release work. Maybe you'd like to book in with some kind of practitioner that helps with that type of thing, whatever it is you need. From hypnotherapy to kinesiology to talk counselling to sound work, breath work, whatever you want to do, whoever you want to work with. I think it would be really beneficial though to for many of you to maybe work with someone on some of this pain, trauma experiences you've been through. In the challenge, we have the rest from strife with the Four of Swords. It may be a challenge getting rest from strife. Maybe it's all around you still and you're trying to get this, that we can see you pulling away this week. So maybe it's the fact that you're finally getting the chance to pull away and it's been difficult to do so. Four of Swords, you just are really needing to rest from the strife. We've got the unstable effort card with the Seven of Swords. So dealing with somebody who's not honest perhaps. Maybe you've been betrayed. We see the Three of Swords, there is betrayal in this reading. The Nine of Pentacles is material gain. So somebody who's perhaps tried to mess with your finances, especially given Five of Pentacles opened this reading, you may be trying to recuperate or recover from something. Maybe somebody got caught up in a scam, or this could have to do with being underpaid, or something's not gone right here. Maybe you've gone through a separation and your ex has tried to do the dirty, or use lawyers to gain the upper hand, or whatever it might be. But there's definitely somebody trying to take advantage of you by the looks of it. Or if they're not trying to take advantage, because why else would you do that? I was going to say, if they're not taking advantage, then it's just that they're ignoring your needs or your interests and just going, but that's taking advantage, right? This is a selfish person. Ding, my thing just went ding, so that's probably confirmation if you needed it. But if you're dealing with a selfish person, chances are you already know. You don't need validation on that. But what will help with this challenge? We have the Knight of Pentacles. This is practical energy. My favorite court card of the tarot, Knight of Pentacles, and he's my favorite because he's so dependable and he gets it done and he shows up every day and he just chips away. And he's not over concerned about how far he's yet to grow. And he does have far to go. He's only a knight. But he's present in the journey and he's all about self-development in this moment, what he can gain from this experience, how he can utilize this very moment for some sort of leverage or personal development, advancement in some way. I just like his steady perseverance and growth. It's unwavering and it's consistent. And that might be what you're needing, a consistency or a plan, or just also trusting that things, while they may be moving forward slowly, that just acknowledging that they are moving forward at all. The Knight of Pentacles is often a horse who is not moving forward because it's to, really emphasize the slowness of this journey, this energy. But it's a sure energy though. You can depend on that. So that you may have some sort of plan of practicality, some sort of exit plan or strategy that you want to implement or have started to implement, and you're needing, like this little tortoise. This is 100% tortoise card right here. This is Knight of Pentacles. It's expression, assertiveness, self-control and direction. Self-control is a really big one with the Knight of Pentacles. I didn't touch on that because, well, I think it speaks for itself, to be honest, self-control with the Knight of Pentacles. But it is the ability to stay the path and believe in yourself and not compare or be distracted, but just focus. Not allowing things to come in and taint your energy or tax from you. Again, distractions, be aware of them. We have the Six of Pentacles and the Six of Wands here as well. What will help with the challenge is maybe reciprocity. If there's a situation that is unfair, what will help is there to be fairness. But maybe you're needing representation. For someone, you might need legal representation to create fairness in a situation. For others of you, you need to take it for yourself. It's not being afraid to stand in the limelight or be seen for your work or what it is you deserve or require. Standing up for yourself and coming forward. For some others of you, I feel like this is also a project you have to help other people, something maybe you want to launch. I have the Air Magic card here, and when I saw that, I saw online and internet. So maybe some people are working online, or they've got some plans or something you're trying to create online. Maybe there's a support group that you can use online that would be really good for you. Maybe there's a program you're wanting to do. I'm getting 6-month challenge or whatever it might be, 6-week challenge, that sort of stuff with the sixes there, and just that steady progress and being helped and finding more balance and being around people here, slowly being around people, attracting your tribe, attracting people that are supportive, genuinely supportive. Need I say more? Further guidance here, we have the Queen of Swords, we have the Moon and the Ace of Pentacles. This is a time for you to not get too caught up in your emotions. We do have that card of emotional balance here, feelings, expression and moods. And with the Queen of Swords, even the Queen, is that the Moon behind her? It almost is like an eclipse of the sun, actually. And she's even got a head here. She's beheaded somebody, if you can see. She's definitely taken hold of this situation, so that beheading could very well be somebody else, a situation that you've had to cut off, somebody's negative influence in your life that you've had to cut off, or it could be your own perception of a situation or your own negative thoughts that you've needed to cut off. But with the Moon being there as well in the center and the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, don't let your emotions drive you here to do things out of spite, if that's not for everyone, but definitely for someone. But also to, again, stay the course, stay the path, keep your perceptions clear. Don't let these any subconscious fears or deep emotions get in the way of what you're building. I can see you're already going through some sort of purgatory and release with the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups. It's all there. And the Ace of Pentacles is here for a fresh new beginning for you. Ace of Pentacles, a material abundance, something, a new project to grow, something fresh. But the moon is in the center, so there's a lot of fear or potential. When I look at that, I feel like it's like you might need to wait for something to unfold. Like there might be a month or something, a month, before you get your new start, or before something is settled, or before you know more to be able to move forward. Like for some of you, you kind of have to wait and see with some aspect of this. But namely, I feel like this is about you overcoming fear and projection and just deep emotion. Trusting your sense on things without going too deep into it, and staying very discerning. In the outcome, we have Strength, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles with success unfulfilled. And so the Devil can be toxic relationships, addictions, unhealthy patterns, things that seemingly take our control, things we give our control up to, I should say. And I think that there's a need to maybe acknowledge areas where you maybe have given your power over in a situation, and having the strength to end that power exchange here. If you are sort of grappling with someone or yourself, even, like I said, this could be about addictions as well. So strength is having the courage and the strength, the fortitude to overcome the lower nature, to not react, to grow in strength, to strengthen your resolve, to strengthen your abilities. Seven of Pentacles shows here that you may have invested in something unhealthy for longer than necessary, or for longer than you would have liked. And there's no need to beat yourself up over that if that's the case. You are here now, and that's what matters. You have the discernment that you have now, the realization, the understanding, and the readiness to release, as I can see in these cards, and you will continue to find your path. But yeah, I feel like when I look at this as well, this could also be to do with a business that you've invested a lot of time and money into, but it didn't go where you wanted it to, or it hasn't quite flourished how you wanted, or there's some sort of unfulfilled success unfulfilled, something not quite fulfilled in the situation, but you may still feel bound to it. Or you may have had really high expectations of something, of yourself. But there's another path for you that you're not quite seeing, and it's needing your strength to move through the illusion first and into what's right for you, maybe. Anything more? Ace of Swords is the bottom of the deck for you, so this is a time of clarity and getting your answers, having conversations. Seven of Cups, illusionary success. Exactly, that's what I was talking about. So there's something different that's right for you. You may have been investing in something that's maybe not quite the right area. We've got Dominion with the Two of Wands here, so it's time for you to look in a different direction for you. Time to have that strength to let go of what isn't working and what will only sort of drag you down. Anything else? Felt that one. It was the Two of Wands again. It clearly wants to be on the table. So definitely emphasizing that need to make a decision to move forward. We've got the High Priestess here. This is about you trusting your intuition and just also trusting the mystery, and that you can't know what's on the other side of this choice. So you're just going to have to trust that it's the right choice and to make it. And here you are, abundance with the Three of Cups and the shortened force with the Eight of Swords. And there you are, like you're quite afraid to make the wrong choice, I feel, with this. For some of you might be afraid to make the wrong choice, or feeling trapped to commitments, or feeling trapped to things, trapped in a life that and you know what, with this Eight of Swords, this is really becoming abundantly clear that how much this Eight of Swords is an illusion. Like Nine of Swords is often fair enough. Things are stressful. This can be attributed to real life events. And while this can be attributed to real life events as well, it's more in the mind. Like you've created this scenario in your mind, or it's worse than, you've made it worse than it needs to be in your mind. And that's why the Six of Swords is here, obviously, because there's a need for you to stop telling these negative stories, or to see your situation in a more positive light, or give yourself that power back, even if you don't, like, to make a choice, even if you don't know what's on the other side of that choice. The High Priestess really feels like she's, like, maybe even begging you to trust, because they're, loss in pleasure, Five of Cups. You may be really hurting or sad at this time, and she just wants you to trust that there's better things on the horizon if you can make a choice to release and protect yourself, grow a steady foundation under yourself, do the hard yards maybe, or do the work. Four of Pentacles. I see the Nine of Cups underneath that as well, or the next one to go to, which is wish fulfillment. What did it say? Material gain or something? I can't remember, I just went too quickly. But yeah, let's go to the oracles for your reading. We have Once Upon a Time from the Solitary Witch, and I'll just read the little meaning bit. Trust, elemental companionship and wisdom, a quiet, gentle approach. The love within your vibration draws like-minded beings. Becoming aware of your wisdom, sensitivity, tenderness and strength. Past memories rising to the surface. A sensory awakening. Memories of all the soul has learned and been gifted on its beautiful journey. I'm going to read a little from the book too, maybe. There is one life of great import to you at this moment. One in which you walked with the elementals, trusted and beloved. For you too were fair and innocent, with a heart full of love that drew you to the wild and gentle things that shy away from so many others. This echo of another time is here with you, so remember that your gentle nature has great power and strength within it. This energy can lend you to find the being and experiences others cannot exist. It is an echo that helps you listen more clearly to that calm and soft inner voice that encourages you to connect with the soul within all things, from plant and flower to tree and owl, to elementals such as this shy, curious unicorn. When you connect with this inner voice, your third eye and your spirit eye is wide open. It does not lie when it tells you to trust that all will be well. When you connect with this deep magic within you, you will not be shunned, not by those who truly know your soul kin. Your romantic, yearning, tender soul will have a magical companionship and otherworldly experiences. And when others say such things are myths or fairy tales, remember that those charmed experiences are born out of the great longings and truths of the solitary soul who seeks its magic in the in-between places, under moonlight, with the perfume of roses filling the air with its incautious love spell. Believe in you, believe in love, and know that your soul is pure, good, gentle, and kind. It's very sweet. Very sweet. Yes. You also had air magic, and we did mention that before a little bit. When I said it, I felt like an internet message for some. So, like, you know, sending messages. It could be telepathic as well. But saging might be good for you. Breath work might be good for you. Anything to do with air. You might work with smoke scrying or incense, or anything to do with the element of air. You have the card Mustard, and for group 3, I felt like going to the Dusk book. Group 1 and 2 got Dawn, but it was very, like, unavoidable that we needed to use the Dusk option for this card. So the mustard seed is a symbol of unseen strength. In Germany, it is encouraged for a bride to sow seeds into the skirt of her wedding dress so that she may maintain strength and power in her new household. Your thoughts and needs are being overlooked by others right now, but don't forget that you have the ultimate say in your own happiness. Drink from the cup of courage and cut out that which would take your happiness away from you. Look out for yourself first and foremost. Mustard. I like that. I think that was touched on in your reading as well. You have the card Inspiration, Ideas, Spark, Conception and Impulse. And I feel like that kind of goes with this Princess of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, where there's something new that you're creating, a new adventure, a new journey you're going on. There's something, it's a new journey, and you to go with that spark of impulse, that inspiration here, and drive forwards with the Will card we saw before. With we had emotions, we've touched on that as well, finding balance in emotions and healthy expression, but we also have release, maybe needing a release of emotions, a transmuting practice of kinds. We already did touch on the release card. This is as it says, the card of releasing and letting yourself have new experiences by releasing the old. You have some, I've nearly called them tea leaf, Moonology deck. We have surrender to the divine full moon, step out of your comfort zone with North Node. So something has come to a full culmination and it needs to be released. And step out of your comfort zone, North Node, that is really like confirming again that all this, whatever you've been going through, is behind you, and it's time to either use that as inspiration to drive you or just get going anyway, because you're on a new trajectory and it is a good one. That's why the High Priestess is here to remind you, you don't need to freak out, worry or stress that things aren't going to go your way. There will be success, there will be wonderful like-minded people, beautiful loving relationships, milestones achieved. There's a lot to be celebrating on the other side of all of this. Your personal power cards, 3 came out. I only wanted 1, but you got 3. I release what doesn't serve me. That is your personal power right now, to be in the state of releasing what does not serve you, and even using that affirmation over and over again, hand to heart. I release what does not serve me. I release that which no longer serves me. However the wording feels strong for you. I embrace change even more. She does look a little bit scornful and not ready, but you have the card, I am supported. Trust that you are supported through these changes. Releasing what does not serve you will take you to where you want to be. We have, for this quality time cards, you have the card cafe. Maybe you'd just like to take yourself on a little brunch date. Maybe you'd like to do a little people watching. Maybe that helps process things and think, like a little time in the cafe. Or maybe if you study from home or doing something, maybe take your stuff to a cafe and have a different environment. Something about cafe for you. Maybe you'd like to start a women's circle and finding a nice suitable cafe for that place to host your women. We have candles as well. So it kind of goes with air magic, kind of fire magic actually. But anyway, I was hopeful. Candles, you may like to do some candle work. They can just be soothing in the background. I like to have a candle going at all times, especially when doing a reading. For me, it's a guiding light and it instantly purifies, because all fire is purifying, right? That's what candles mean to me. Maybe you're somebody who likes to make candles. That might be something as well. Or yeah, maybe buying a specific candle for a ritual, or for a chapter, like to burn it every night for whatever, like, yeah, that's a ritual. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. So that is what I have for you in this reading group 3. I hope that it's given you some sort of comfort, clarity or guidance, and if you're after a private reading, you can get that in the description box below, and I look forward to reading for you all again soon. Bye, group 3.